Welcome to No Match for a Blaster, Star Wars Role-Playing Podcast, Season 2, Episode 42, Reveals and Regrets. I'm your host and reformed Death Stick dealer, Ito Davis. If you're new here, No Match for a Blaster is an actual play podcast featuring the Morality Plays crew playing the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. This is the first session since we've been recording in our new and improved studio space. Listening back to earlier setups, it's so exciting to hear how far we've come. Do you notice the new sound? Let us know how you like it on Twitter at morality_plays or on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster. If we include your comments in the show, we'll even send you a No Match for a Blaster sticker. Now it is time to thank our Nerfer of the Week, Heather Canfield, and our Blaster of the Week, Chris Canfield. At this level, our patrons get access to our exclusive Patreon feed to listen to our episodes days early. Plus, Heather will get to name her very own NPC on the show. Thank you, patrons. To be our next Blasterhead or Nerfer of the Week, be sure to subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. So, it's time to fly casual, because we're returning to the crew of the Atheon, as they've just escaped the temple on Segura.
Open. Moff Spozak's intelligence log. After a disastrous mission to the city planet of Segura, the crew of the Atheon has returned to their ship to regroup. While Captain Drobash attempts to develop a new plan, and the medical droids look after their unconscious guest, however, the pilot Kamaya Saris harbors a secret. She herself holds the activated Kyber crystal, which remains the crew's best chance of defeating Duridian Thask. An item which, were it not for the Sith Lord's influence, she may never have recovered in the first place. Close intelligence log.
Alright, so we are back with the crew on their ship. Last that's been happening.
Forced ice.
Alright. Let me clear the pool.
Quick, before we forget again.
We haven't really forgotten in a while.
I know. It's too much fun now.
Alright, go for it.
One dark side.
One dark side.
One dark side.
One dark side.
Ooh, that's not good for us.
Yay! It's a good thing you guys are just like going back to Hoban. It's not like this is the final mission. Alright. So, everybody's on the Atheon, traveling back to Hoban after rescuing, air quotes, Chohif. Chohif was given some psychedelic, hallucinogenic, good stuff.
I think this might qualify as rescue napping. But,
rescue napping. Yeah. And Remy and Kamaya were seeing some crazy things for a bit, able to see through the Force and all that kind of stuff. He eventually came down. You guys had some time, talked about the crystals, and found out that all the little broken bits in the bag that S4 found were parts to assemble a lightsaber. And everyone finished talking, and I believe S4 and Mom, the psych droid, are just going over Chohif to make sure he's okay and figure out what's happening with him as you start to come towards atmosphere of Hoban. You are you keeping him mostly sedated? Because he'll come out of his trip.
No, I didn't think we were.
Well, I think they once he was done completely tripping, they were actually able to normal sedate him. But I'm curious if you're going to keep him sedated until you...
I didn't think we...
The original injection was to sedate him, and they goofed it.
I actually think it went quite well, but
But that was
not according
like
to the
after
original
we were
plan.
on the ship already, right? Or something? I kind of don't remember exactly what happened.
No, I drugged him before we took him to the ship. And I hit him with the wrong thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time remembering that. But no, he was already, like,
I was going to drug him until y'all were ready to talk to him, because unless you want Mom the Psych Droid to be the one to break all this news to him.
What? Yeah, no, but when he opened the doors or whatever, he wasn't like 100% or whatever. He was about to pass out already.
He took a lot of stress damage, yes.
Right, that's why I'm like kind of confused on. But
Strain, excuse me, not stress. He
So
took a lot of strain damage.
Yeah, he was like really groggy and barely able to walk whenever you guys got him to the ship. And then as he was getting to the ship, he was like asking a lot of questions. S4 tried to sedate him, and I used a fun little dark side point and made it so he actually injected him with a hallucinogen. After he stopped tripping after like 6 hours or something later, then they were actually able to normal sedate him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, we can go talk to him now. I mean, there's not much else to do right now.
Well, do you want to do it when you're on Hoban, or do you want to try and do it just like in the little chunk of time you have before you get to Hoban?
I'm fine with doing it now.
Very well, Captain. I will have him woken back up. Would you like Mom to be there?
Sure.
Very well. I will go and work on that, and then I will go and work on the engines while you're discussing things with Chohif.
All right.
That's for him. Walks away.
So Remy will head over to
Medbay.
So is Mom there or no?
I mean, I assume she is, or I'll just wait for her to get there.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Mom should be there.
Okay.
Mom should be monitoring Chohif in the medbay.
All right. You go in the med bay. Chohif is laying on the bed, kind of, is laying there with all sorts of tubes and stuff going everywhere, modern equipment, and you see Mom, the medical droid, with slightly more molded humanoid face than normal, most droids, sitting on a stool, one leg over the other, holding a data pad in front of their face.
How's Chohif?
Oh, hello, Captain. The patient seems stable, under a lot of stress from the events that occurred on planet. Do you wish me to bring them from sedation? I would recommend if possible, to let them sleep for as long as they're able to. But it is possible to bring them up.
Well, I thought we needed to have a discussion, but if you think it's best to let the medication wear off on its own, then I guess that's, I guess we can do that, if you think that's best for Chohif.
It would be fine to bring him up for a little while. Just make sure you don't, as long as we don't have any stressful situations or taxing conversation. Absolutely no physical exertion if possible.
I should probably not be here. Kamaya, touches at her scars. I'll just be in the cockpit, I guess.
Well, I don't know how he's gonna take this, I don't know how he's gonna take what we have to tell him, but I'll do my best.
Good luck.
Mom moves their finger across the data pad a few, and you just start to see a different fluid being pushed through some of the tubes, and slowly you see Chohif start to stir. Where am I?
Chohif, glad to see you're doing all right. We're on board the Atheon.
It's your ship?
It's my ship. Well, our ship. That was something back there. Not exactly sure what happened to you, but I think you were able to at least get the doors open.
Where's Pfeifon?
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Is he okay? What happened? I thought he was safe in the ship.
Pfeifon, it turns out, is not what you were led to believe he is. He's actually the leader of the Ember Glare.
What?
Not their prisoner.
Pfeifon? It's just a doddering... He saved my life a long time ago. I owed him... No. I just need to talk to him. If I talk to him, I could figure all this out.
I'm telling you. We went to go rescue him. And he was there waiting on us with all of his armed goons. He tried to recruit us to work for him. And I got him to agree to let you go with all debts forgiven. If you helped us out. It was the only way. It was the only way we saw we could get it, you know. It was the only option we saw available to us.
Pfeifon, the man that I've been working to protect, was actually leading the Glare?
Yep. That's right.
I don't understand. Years I've been pushing myself to near-death exhaustion, using my abilities to. But he was here. He fuddles around for his data pad and pulls it out, and on the front of it has, well, not on the front, but opens it up and has the picture that you guys sent him of Pfeifon and y'all on the ship next to a fresher. He was here.
That's not exactly true. We were with Pfeifon, but the background's just been altered to make it look like it was here. I know this is difficult for you to understand, and I don't know all of your background or how it came to be that you thought he was a hostage, but I do know that he was the leader of that gang.
He slumps back for a moment, staring at the ceiling. Oh, he can't stare at the ceiling. But wait, we opened up the. Oh no, we opened up the last chambers.
We opened up part of it. Yeah.
The glare of access to the last chambers of the temple.
Well, we set off quite a few thermal detonators down there. I don't know if they're going to be able to really get to it, although they kind of seem to think they will be. What else was down there that was so important?
There's a lot of power down there. I don't understand even a fraction of it. But the glare.
Yeah, listen, I know it's a lot to handle, so why don't I let you get some rest and we can talk again later, okay?
Alright. Yeah. He has a
All right.
He has a very Like, after a while, he has a very long conversation with Mom. He has some things to work through. Like, as you're leaving the room and the doors start to close, you hear, how does that make you feel?
Okay, I'm walking out, and you hear a squawk, and then Remy says, yeah, tell me about it.
Just a little bit of time. Does anything last you want to do before you land on Hoban?
No, I think Kamaya's keeping to herself.
Any strain and wounds, does that go away?
Yeah, you guys are full up. That's fine.
Oh yeah, I was hurt. Presumably.
S4M will attend to everybody.
There's a back to tank. You guys can just, splash a little in your face. You're fine.
S4M will attend to everybody medically and then start working on running maintenance on the ship.
Yeah, everything seems... I mean, you guys did this whole mission. Not even a scratch on the ship.
That's the way we like it. You have any idea how expensive it is to get a scratch out of a starship?
Oh, wait. No, I have 4 dark side points. All right, a wing falls off.
That's okay, we're in space. We don't have to be aerodynamic.
Of Imp.
Oh no! He's shedding.
I think I can back to glue that back on. 1 second.
We can make him stronger.
Rebuild him. We have the credits.
You just hot glue a gun onto it. Yeah, there you go. Alright. So you start coming into Hoban. The mostly green, blue, brown, gray kind of moon of Hoban. You come in to land in the square of New Isley. Well, you guys actually have a little landing area. Parking lot. Ship parking lot. Of course, the dust is just swirling. But as you land, you see all those transport ships, medium-sized ships, all that kind of stuff. They're all being worked on. You see just arcs of welding torches everywhere. And as you were coming into the atmosphere, you even saw you saw like 5 capital ships. It looks like they're mustering crazily. And the little transports and medium ships that the New Public Defense Force has been using to do like supply runs are being retrofitted with weapons as the Atheon settles into its spot.
Well, actually, yeah, that's great. Actually, I do want to go talk to S4 about the crystals we got and like our plan going forward.
Sure.
So I'll come find him, I guess, in the engine room.
You guys can do that while the landing's taking place. So the moment your conversation's over, gravity completely takes over, and there's a nice little shuffle.
S4, I wanted to touch base about these. About the crystals we recovered, and then the weapon that we can use against the Sith.
The crystals we recovered, Captain? They will not be helpful in the weapon.
Yeah, I wasn't quite clear on that. Can you explain that a little bit better?
I can attempt to do so, Captain. The weapon that we recovered from the Mandalorian facility requires an activated kyber crystal, something like the kyber crystals you'd actually find in a Jedi's lightsaber. Unfortunately, Kamaya does not seem to have recovered any activated lightsaber crystals. She recovered kyber crystals, but they are not activated. I do not know how to activate them.
So are they totally useless?
For the weapon, yes, but they have other possible uses. If nothing else, we may be able to sell them at a considerable profit.
It's not exactly what I was hoping for.
No, I do not believe this mission could be categorized as a complete success. On the other hand, Chohif might know how to activate them, whether or not he realizes he knows it or not, but he has been taxed heavily. I'm not sure you wish to tax him further at this point.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Well, those crystals, though, they were kind of red, right? I mean, isn't that activated?
No, Captain. Crystals come in multiple colors. In my time, I have seen blue and yellow and green and even a violet one once.
Interesting.
As well as red.
So, what would happen if we tried to use them in the weapon?
Nothing.
All right.
The crystals in their current state are quite fragile. If you use them to try to make a projectile, a slug, for the slug-throwing weapon, they would likely shatter as you were trying to create the projectile.
So what do you suggest going forward?
Recalculating. It may be within Chohif's ability to help us activate them, or figure out a way to do so. Again, this has a high probability of damaging him permanently if we continue to stress him at this rate. However, considering the difficulties we are facing, it may be worth the risk.
Maybe we can talk to him about it, and then get him some downtime in between, let him recover a little bit, and then see if he can. I mean, he may not even know how. I guess it's worth going to talk to him about it first.
Certainly. However, I will caution you, I doubt he actively knows or believes he understands this. He is a Miraluka, however, and he has an innate connection with the Force. He may be able to do more than he believes. That being said, Captain, I believe we only have 5 minutes until it is time to leave again and fight the S-Word Lord. However, as you know, my chronometer may be damaged.
5 minutes, huh? Okay.
Yes, Captain. 5 minutes and counting.
Alright, thanks, S4.
You're quite welcome, Captain.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Kamaya now.
She's on the bridge.
Hey, Kamaya, how many of those kyber crystals do you have?
What? Like a bunch, I guess? Why?
Can I see a few? Or maybe all of them? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. She'll, like, push over the bag that had all the kyber crystals in them. They're broken, though. I don't think they work.
It's okay. Well, thanks. I kind of have an idea.
Really? What do you have?
Well, maybe
Shotgun.
nothing, but it's well, there you go. I have 2 ideas. No. Maybe nothing, but well, right now we definitely have nothing. So I'm gonna take these to Chohif and see what happens, I guess? I don't know. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna take the kyber crystals to Chohif.
Okay.
Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? No, okay. So I'm gonna go take the kyber crystals to Chohif now.
All right. So you the med bay door opens, and Mom is in the middle of like a session with Chohif, and you just hear the tail end of, "What do you think your grandfather would have felt about how it all turned out?" And then they stop talking. He looks over. Oh, yes. What is it? What's...
Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know if we fully explained why we needed your help down there, Chohif.
You have them in your hands?
I'm like holding the bag of kyber crystals, yeah.
He starts to get up from the bed. in a weird, kind of jerky, anxious kind of way.
So, there's a Sith Lord on the loose. It's been kind of crazy. I don't remember how much we told you about all this, but basically, we're going to fight a Sith Lord. And, we found part of an old weapon we think may be able to help us. But we needed some activated kyber crystals. And, long story short, that's why, or we think that's why we were sent to the temple. But all we got were these. Apparently these aren't activated, and nobody knows how to activate them, and, well, they're almost useless to us now. But
with the bag still closed, he reaches out his hand, like shooting out towards the bag. Did the Sith, did he do that to these?
No. That would be Kamaya's doing.
Hey. Aw.
I mean, that's not entirely true.
As far as Remy knows, it is.
Okay.
It is neither entirely true nor entirely false.
So almost falling
I mean,
down.
the Sith Lord wasn't there, right? So Remy doesn't know. Anyway.
It's kind of a Voldemort Harry Potter situation.
I didn't want to be able to talk to snakes.
Anyway,
yeah, he stumbles, barely able to like keep his legs under him, and reaches his arms out for the bag.
Listen, if you can find a way to activate these, that'd be amazing. If not, well, I guess I figure they're better use to you than anybody else. So here you go.
He grabs the bag and like clutches it close to him, like it's a child, and kind of goes off to one of the corners of the med bay, and is just kind of muttering to himself, clutching the bag.
You hear a squawk, and Remy says, "No, I think that's a good thing." Let's give him some time. Again, come on.
You gotta let that percolate. You gotta let that plot percolate.
You hear another squawk, and he says, "Yeah, I think we got time for a game."
Welcome home, everybody.
All right. Do we have like physical stuff that we need to get unloaded? I don't remember what all we have that was supposed to come back to the Defense Force physically.
Well, you got an extra heavy blaster rifle. That's about it.
No, we didn't have cargo or anything. No.
Okay. Well, because we haven't been back to Hoban in a while. I didn't know if, like, there was loot that we had gathered from that moon base that we wanted back here.
I was about to say, all that... You're talking about the Mandalorian base?
Yeah.
Oh, I think S4 kept track of most of that stuff.
Yes, I have 2 small boxes of Mandalorian bits and bobs from the broken weapons on the abandoned research base. Everything else we pretty much sold when we went back to Julia Station, yes.
Okay.
Would you be able to, like, build something with all that?
Possibly. We also used up the pile of Cortosis plates, ordering you armor, but I don't think it's been finished yet. So we'll have to go back to Julius to get it.
Wait.
What?
Shouldn't we have gone to Julius, not Hoban?
You said Hoban. We went where the
That
captain
is
told
true.
us.
You did tell us to go back to Hoban.
Did we have...
Oh, I also have the location for a space station called Faldron that we pulled from the Jedi diplomatic cruiser, but whole separate issue.
I mean, we can probably try to stop off at Hoban or at Julius again before all the craziness goes on.
Yeah, I think we'll have time.
But it looks like we're here now, so I guess we're gonna debrief in person.
Yeah, you should go and talk to the general.
Well, I'm just remembering that, like, other
other plot was over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't remember why we came back to Hoban.
I don't think we had a reason. I think we were just taking a place.
Oh, well. That was poor planning on my part, then. Alright, whatever.
We'll have no
We're
way
here
of
now.
knowing if you don't admit it.
I'm just the pilot.
You guys now have 10 days until you need to be at the arrive at the not staging area, like the actual battle between Duridian, the First Order, the New Republic Defense Force, and Boat O Protags, y'all.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
No, they couldn't make it.
What about the kitchen sink?
The kitchen sinks are there. They're
Okay.
going to play the after party.
Before they get thrown out.
So,
Nice.
so yeah. What do you guys want? What do you guys want to do on Hoban?
Well...
You need me for anything, Remy?
Not that I can think of.
I think I'm gonna go check on people at home. You got my comm if you need me.
Alright.
She'll take her speeder, or her swoop. She'll take her swoop to go home.
Okay. After, you're taking this. Jesus. All right. Give me a.
I have to give a roll.
Yeah, that's what was really dangerous. Give me an easy with a black die.
Okay. Let me see. This is planetary.
What are you wearing? Do you have goggles or a mask or anything like that?
Are you gonna spin a dark side?
Probably is. I feel like there's got to be like something.
Well, you're going at
No.
Mach way too much
Yeah.
on a bike, and Hoban has a lot of dust. You're sandblasting your face. I'm just curious, like just for
You should
fun.
probably wear a mask or something, yeah.
There's got to be goggles or something that she has.
Okay, you just have no nose. That's fine. Back to Voldemort. So,
She'll do goggles and like a bandana.
okay, yeah. Cortosis bandana. Okay. that'll work.
Cortosis bandana.
It's a very solid bandana. Keeps slipping down over her eyes. It's not going to end well.
They're opening for lumbar puncture.
That's Cortez's bandana.
Yeah. Okay. So you said easy with a black die
Yeah.
because dust.
Because, yeah.
I failed.
Oh.
I don't get home. I have 2 advantages.
She crashes, but she crashes pretty close to the starship.
So you start heading home, and you actually start to, the engine starts to die a little, almost like you flooded it. Maybe you got a little too excited. About around the communications tower, which used to be the granary. I can't remember the name of the family.
The Jensens.
The Jensen's granary. Wow, good. But yeah, it starts to putter out there. It looks like you
That's
just
like episode 2.
you're gonna have to like sit there a little bit and then just let it just kind of calm down.
Okay. So it's just going to take me some extra time.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you're at the comm tower and your comm works. So
Yeah. I mean, I can check in with people, but I feel like most of the conversation she's gonna want to have like when she actually gets there. So, but she'll call and she'll like check in and see where everybody is and what their part in this whole preparations is gonna be.
you want voices or not voices?
I'll take voices.
Of course you do. All right. So yeah. Who do you call up?
I'll call Mom.
All right.
My actual mom. I'll call Ma. Sorry. Avert confusion.
Ma says.
So, the comm answers, and you hear a lot of noise happening, clanging, some screeches in the background. Hey, Honey Bear!
Hey, Ma. Where are you?
Oh, we're retrofitting a whole bunch of weapons onto these transports. The whole family's getting involved.
Oh, it's a big family reunion. Y'all back at the dock?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they were.
Okay. Are y'all gonna be flying?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
And you can hear she covers up the comm for a second. We are not putting that missile pod on this ship. Why not? With the amount of explosives already on this ship, this thing is just a bottle rocket waiting for a shifty Pete to look at it wrong. All right, sorry, Honey Bear. Yeah.
Y'all got an extra missile pod? You put this in. You put this in.
You
the
can spend a
game.
dark side and say that it's not compatible.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
I just saw an opportunity, and I took it.
Yeah, she sounds real busy.
Yeah, you've been doing that a lot lately.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
S4 certainly doesn't know what you're talking about. Well, that's good. So nobody's doing any flying. Y'all staying safe down here.
Yeah, no.
I get so much more southern when I talk to my mom.
Yeah, no.
Very
Almost
appropriate.
none of us know how to fly that much.
Well, good. I don't really want any of y'all getting mixed up in that if you don't have to be. I'm probably going to be up there though.
So how'd your mission go to find a weapon to kill, the scourge of the universe? How'd that go?
It's complicated. Just kind of hoping to talk about that. But it's a lot. It's real weird. So like, I don't know, there was this moon base and weird force visions and some dead Jedi and we found a weapon, but apparently we needed ammo, so then we had to go look for ammo, and it's a mess, Mama.
I'm sorry, honey, but I'm getting like every other word. This person over here does not know what a tack weld is.
I'll just meet you there soon.
Okay.
How's that?
Drive safe.
Sure. Bye, Mom.
Whatever you do, don't use one of those swoops.
You know what happened to your uncle, right? I have an uncle. Yeah, see? There you go.
No, well, about that. You know how you used to have an uncle that liked swoop racing?
Yeah. He hit a rock.
I had an uncle that swoop racing.
He hit a pebble, and that was the end of
He
him.
hit a pebble. Now he's extended family. Extended right across.
He's
the 3
joined the
mile.
props department. Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
He
she'll
used to be part of
wait a
Casper.
little bit and then go out there.
All right. Next PC slot.
I can do one real quick, and then we can go to S4. Remy is kind of taking his time going over to see the general and just kind of walking around and kind of reminiscing and, just thinking about the old times, the good old days.
Yep. This place is not what you would call sleepy at all anymore.
And he says kind of to Imp, that he misses Cassie, and he wishes it would be good if Cassie were here for the upcoming fight, but I guess we'll have to do without her. And cut to S4.
Squawk.
It's a sad little squawk.
There's a just scene of S4M and Mom staring at each other in rapid firing in binary, and then S4M walks away, and Mom is taking care of all the things in the medical bay. S4M then walks in on the Gonk droid, who's just been, in doze mode, in the cargo bay, and he wakes it up for a moment, talks with it in binary for a moment, and then it powers back down to conserve power. And S4M is going around the ship running maintenance on devices, on computers. He makes it a point to go to the pilot station and clean where Kamaya keeps putting her feet.
Yep.
Next time she goes there, it's going to be more slippery.
Oh, it's good to fly. Oh.
What in the...
Son of a bantha.
See, what else is S4M doing? There's a small crew quarters, so S4M goes into the crew quarters and just tidies up a little bit. Not that anybody's probably been using them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say we've put the Miraluka in the Bacta tank for the moment while everybody else is gone, so he can just recuperate faster.
He will not go in the Bacta tank.
He won't go in the Bacta tank because it's alive?
You're not sure as to why exactly.
But he tells Mom he won't go in the Bacta tank.
Mom will tell you that, in a very quick succession of ones and zeros, that
yes.
That once the captain came in with the bag of rocks, that he mostly just wants to sit in the corner, and he's just been muttering mostly incoherently, with intermittent moments of sobbing, and we're just and Mom just highly suggests just let him. Give him.
He needs to work through this on his own.
Yes.
Is there someplace else we could put him? We have things to do in the medical bay.
I can put him in the conference room. I can put him in the conference room and put the Definitely Not James Bond movie series into the projector and just play it.
He sees
Close
with the
door.
Force. He puts something on a hollow.
Yes. Just something else to be in the room with him.
Yeah.
Or I'll send Mom in there to sit with him as well while I play while I play the not James Bond movies. I have the whole collection on the ship now.
Gosh, I forgot his name.
Soul.
Yeah, there you go.
Cal Soul.
The Cal Soul movies.
Cal Soul movies. The whole collection.
All right, yeah, he'll move over to the conference room.
Twi'lek is not enough is accidentally in there, so
you watch him for a moment, and he
goes.
moves, and as he gets to the big table, you can see him meticulously laying out even the smallest shards of kyber crystal. You can't distinguish a pattern or purpose, but it has like you can tell that there is something behind what he's doing or why he's doing it in a certain way.
And all the crystal shards are red?
Yeah, they're pretty faint red, like almost rose-tinted glass,
yeah.
almost.
Mr. Chohif, what happened to the crystals?
They're hurting.
Do you know what caused this?
No, I don't know. I can just hear it, and I can see it. I'm not...
It appears to be causing you distress. Are you sure you wish to have them in front of you?
Yeah, this is where I need to be right now.
Very well.
I don't understand.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't understand it. Wait. Yeah. I need information. I don't... You know a bit about all this stuff.
Yes.
I can see it, but that doesn't mean I understand all of it. Do you
That is
have
understandable.
information that I can... I've spent most of my life trying to, run away from half of this, and I spent the other half blindly fumbling around and finding remnants.
What information is it that you seek?
I'm not sure.
S4M sits down, and of course the chair creaks slightly. But he sits down next to Chohif.
I have now been around for a lot longer than was originally intended. My original master was a Jedi. More than 3,000 years ago now. I don't know what I can answer, but I can certainly try. I've also found that some of my information has been locked out, even from myself. I presume that this was done by my former master.
Why would a Jedi do that?
Possibly to keep information from me, or to keep information from others than themselves. There was a war going on at the time.
How much information do you have about these crystals?
I know that they are called kyber crystals. I know that they are used to focus the blade of a lightsaber. But I do not know exactly how. Given time and the proper materials and manuals, I'm sure I could figure it out. But that was not something that the Jedi went around telling people about.
I feel like I understand something about these. I feel like there should be a way I can help. Do something. It's like a cry in the back of my head. I know that I'm supposed to be able to do something here, and it's just speaking a different language, but I understand the meaning behind it, if that makes sense.
No, I'm afraid that does not mean anything to me. I have some information on teachings that you may find comforting.
Yeah.
But if nothing about how to do anything, if that makes sense. At least not as I understand it.
Yeah.
Very well.
And S4M will plug himself into the conference table, and he will download and allow access to all of the information he had given the archivists on the planet we were on. He had already formulated all this information as a memory dump anyway.
Thank you. I have to figure out a way to help. So yeah, you load up the material that you have for him?
Yeah, the stuff that I had put together for the archivist.
Okay. So yeah, you go over to the holoprojector computer, right? And you notice
a series of dongles.
You notice something like that. Chohif, like, he starts to zone out a little bit and starts to his movements become a little jerky.
I would like to medically scan him. What's going on?
Okay.
Medicine check?
Yep. 2 purple.
2 successes,
Okay.
a threat, and a triumph.
You catch this. You catch this pretty early on, before something weird happens. You see him start to move his hand, and his body moves in such a way that you actually recognize as a sloppy version of something you've seen Jedi do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's effectively like almost dowsing.
Oh, okay.
He's outstretching his hand. The difference is normally they would look where their hand is and kind of
Right.
run over. He doesn't do that.
But he can't. Yeah.
He doesn't need to. Yeah. And his hand is in the general direction of you, and you see that like as it passes once, it passes over like your whole, the whole area that you are. He's only about 5 feet away from you, and then it runs again, and then it's about half that width, and then shorter and shorter. You've seen Jedi do this thing when they're trying to pinpoint something with the Force.
Yeah.
So you catch this
detecting Force.
Yeah, you catch this early.
And if I move, he follows me with it?
He will actually start to get up from his seat and go towards you.
What is it you were looking for, Mr. Chohif?
There's something... What was the name of your master?
Why does that matter?
I think I can still feel his touch on you. He'll actually go up and put his hand, if you allow him, onto your on the back panel of your chest, like on your back, the back panel of your back.
The back panel of my back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let him.
All right. His hand runs across the pitted metal of your torso, and on the second sweep, you actually feel a latch open up without any tools.
Ooh.
What was his name?
Recalculating. Accessing. What did you do, Mr. Chohif?
There's something here that he reaches into your chest cavity.
Okay. This is pretty normal for S4M.
All right. S4, you wake up.
You blink. Oh no.
Not again.
Your system reboots. You activate. Your sensors come back online. And when you do, you see Chohif with his head on the table, just completely snoring. The crystals on the table are in a different pattern, and your chronometer says that
It has been 5 minutes.
it's been 5 minutes. Thanks for listening. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster, or on Twitter at Morality_plays. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a review on iTunes, and visit our Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. Star Wars, Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny are made by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Our theme is by Kevin MacLeod, sound effects by Tristan Lundgren, Vindus, and Akmov. And of course I'd like to thank my amazing players. Brandon playing Remy Drobash, Gerald playing S4M3L, and Bobby playing Kamaya Saris. And of course I'd like to thank you, our listeners, and we'll see you again soon in a galaxy far, far away.